Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Flying and Eating. Today, let's go somewhere and do something, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Good morning, or good afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. Hey guys, it's Adam here. Today, on our current adventure, we're going out to somewhere kind of, sort of represented by this cloud and lightning, metaphorically. Actually, what we're doing is we're going out to New Mexico. There's a very specific reason we're doing this, and I say we because there's a surprise coming up. But yeah, we're doing this because I'm sure a lot of you know your basic World War II history and the atomic bombs and all that. The first nuclear bomb test ever was in New Mexico at a site called Trinity. That site is still an active military base and is completely off limits to the public except for one day a year for about 6 hours, and that just happens to be tomorrow. So guess what we're doing? All right, I am all checked in. We're going to go over there, hit up the clear lane, but check this out. I got boosted to first class before we even got here. That's a win. All right, just got through security, no problems. I got a ton of time before my flight, so much so that I'm going over to the C Lounge to get, like, you know, the good United Club Lounge with the better buffet and stuff. Even though my flight's in Terminal 2, which is like a 20-minute walk away, we have that kind of time. We are now leaving the club lounge. We had kind of the usual, the potatoes, the pasta, also had a sandwich and some of that soup, the corn soup. It's good, corn chowder, whatever they call it. Anyway, so we're gonna go head over and meet somebody who's flying in here, but I'll let them tell you all about it. There he is. Yeah, spoilers, he's here. So yeah, that was our little bit. So Sunshine is obviously coming with me down to go see where atomic bombs once went off.
Yep. It's only open one time a year. So.
Yeah, I explained it to him earlier.
Okay,
but yeah,
gotcha.
no, they got the basics. But we'll obviously talk about it more later. So we're inside one of the United Clubs, killing a little time. And I don't know if you guys know this. He's my apprentice as far as I teach him how to fly and everything. And maybe he already knows. He just got upgraded first class.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I guess he didn't know.
I didn't even check my phone.
Mine, I got upgraded before the flight. He just got upgraded. I was checking because I'm such a pro at this. So you're welcome.
Checking my flight.
Well, I was checking his. We're on the same flight.
Oh, I guess.
Anyway, yeah, we're both going to sit in first class, but not near each other.
So awkward. Stare at each other.
Actually, we can't. I'm like 2 rows behind, so if he does anything weird, I'm going to get him.
I'm just going to stare at the back of his head.
I'm behind you. All right, we are officially in New Mexico. Sorry, I'm tired. Sunshine's in the bathroom. So, a few things. One, we have a rental car we got to go pick up. 2, we're all very tired here. 3, this is first in the history of this channel. All the different states I've brought you to most of them. I brought you to 4 of the U.S. territories. New Mexico, oddly enough, not my first time here, but it's the first time in the history of the channel, so that's cool. And that flight, that was an intense ending to that flight. So it's storming like crazy out. And we're landing, and we're in this Embraer, and we were kind of doing this rocking back and forth thing. And Sunshine and I fly a lot. And as we're going in towards the landing, you're getting a lot of intense crosswind, and so it's doing this thing. And we both thought he's going to do a turnaround, you know, because there's no way this guy has the skill to be able to land in this kind of crosswind. And he did it. And we were both like, man, like, I would never have, I'm not a pilot, but man, that was like the most intense landing ever. And I don't mean in a terrifying sense, I mean in like a, this is a fun roller coaster type of sense. That was cool.
That was a very impressive landing. Like, that was 30 miles an hour headwind, probably about 15 miles an hour crosswind, right up the limits of that aircraft. And that was, it felt like we were going to be doing it's midnight.
Yeah, that's what I told you. We're tired. It felt like we were going to die, but we knew we weren't, so it was fine. But yeah, that was thrilling. Welcome to New Mexico. This is our rental car. Sunshine went. Yeah, Sunshine went full freedom. We're getting a big truck. I mean, we're going to need to drive out of the desert. It's understandable.
Yeah, in the rain in the desert, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting.
It's an interesting combo, everybody. We're wearing hoodies in the desert while it's raining. It's very bizarre. So they lost the key to our rental car, so we're being moved all the way over to this one. Okay, the adventure never stops. Good morning. It is day 2 here in New Mexico, not in Albuquerque anymore, although we'll be going back there later. The timing here is kind of amazing. So it's been raining the entire drive. It's been cold, and the thing we're going to opens at 8 a.m. It is 7:46, and according to weather, it's going to stop raining at 8 and resume at around 3 when the event actually ends. So I almost feel like nature was like, yes, come and see where man defiled me. Like that's what it feels like.
We will raise the nuclear wall out.
Yeah, exactly. So we're looking forward to showing you whatever we can. This is a new experience for both of us. And if this wasn't clear earlier, like I said, Trinity Test Site, nuclear bomb from July 1945. This is the one time of the year that they let us go and see anything from it. So we are pulling up to the turnoff to get in here. There are actually a few cars here. They're very particular about where you can and can't enter for this whole thing. And yeah, see, White Sands Missile Range, Stallion Range Center. I don't know if you guys have seen that on the sign. Thanks, GPS. Oh, there's a sign for the Trinity site. Very cool. But we have to turn in here, which is usually apparently not accessible. And yeah, once a year, guys. Once a year. Unless they open up the April one again, but it says it's closed indefinitely. Guys, look at this row of cars way off in the distance. This is all people waiting to get in there. And they opened 3 minutes ago. Wow. I like that cloud, that weather formation kind of passing over the mountains like that.
Sure you don't see too many clouds out here.
Yeah, is this anybody, Albuquerqueans, New Mexicans? Is this normal? All right, man, way in the distance, we got cars moving. They may have opened late, 7 minutes late. That's the government, but that's fine. So it's been about 45 minutes, and we've moved about 45 feet. It's nice. All right, so we're almost up there. You can see some guards there. We don't want to make them mad, so we're going to put away the camera, but we are about to enter a U.S. Army base. So we got through the border check, if you want to call it that. You can see a sign for the Trinity site there. It's just a simple ID check. I showed the guy my passport, and he joked. He's like, "Are you an American?" Yes, a little bit. Yeah. How does it feel being on this piece of history?
I feel very American right now.
So do I. I feel so free to drop atomic bombs on sand.
I think that's a little bit too foreboding.
That's too I know. Well, I mean, to be fair, we've been seeing these like ominous clouds all day. Just no, this is cool. This is again, only get access to this for a few hours per year to the public. So very neat to see here. We're gonna obviously show you some highlights, and we mostly care about the Trinity stuff, but not a big deal for us to show you the base, and that's not what we're here for, obviously, but very cool all the same. Let's see if we get any other, yeah, I know obviously the United States still does like weapons testing out here, not nukes, obviously, but that's partially why they don't allow people here, is just for your basic safety, because they're constantly doing missile range testing and things like that. The drive from the entrance of the base to where we're going, which is actually a relatively northern point, is 20 miles in of itself. Now it's wide open, which is nice, but yeah, White Sands is not tiny. Check that out, guys. That's really cool. A Chinook helicopter. Just, I don't know if this is here just to be a treat for us, or if they're actually doing something with it. We just saw it take off.
It's an army base.
I know, but like they're doing it in the touristy day where they know they have a whole bunch of tourists around.
Yeah, but why would they waste fuel for that?
I don't know, fun. Thought I'd just give you guys a little bit of a view out here. The road just kind of reminds me of like the end of Terminator 1. It's all ominous looking and
It goes off into oblivion.
yeah, exactly. And we're headed to an atomic bomb site, you know, themes. So we've parked, as you can see, pretty organized actually. Not like paved parking, but good enough. And we're gonna go follow the crowd to go see what we can see. This is a object they created called Jumbo. This actually once held the initial gadget, aka the first atomic bomb. And yeah, we're gonna go stand in it. I'm now standing inside of where an atomic bomb once was housed. Right there. Isn't that cool? Aren't you excited? You don't want to stand near radiation. You're weird.
We're going to ground zero.
Oh, right. So they have this little sign set up that kind of tells you a lot of stuff. You can head to ground zero, which is that way. And caution, radioactive material. So naturally, we're going to go closer to it. So they have Wi-Fi, and the password is atom bomb. All right, you get a point. You get a point. So this is something worth pointing out. There is a rock substance called trinitite based on this area. You know more about this, right? How did it form?
Essentially, it's blast from the extreme heat of the atomic bomb that formed a bunch of rocks.
Right, and so it exists all over the place here, and you're not supposed to remove it. Unfortunately, it has started to rain here, but we'll try to get you some highlights. Like right there, everybody's standing, that's the actual ground zero spot where the bomb was dropped. And over here, they have at least a recreation of the Fat Man bomb. We'll go take a look at that. This is a post-World War II bomb casing, almost identical to the Fat Man bomb casing used over Nagasaki. Its thick steel walls were intended to protect the bomb inside from the machine gun fire of enemy fighter planes. These bombs were built right after the war ended, put in stockpile, then demilitarized within a few years. Check it out, guys. The Sega Pluto has visited a bomb, because why not? So over in this area, they just kind of show that at one time there was a lot of trinitite. And I guess they built this. I don't know what the purpose of this is. It also has signs saying warning for rattlesnakes, so I guess that's a thing still. We're enjoying this super scenic background juxtaposed with one of the most horrific incidents in human history. It's kind of... Well, yes. I'm talking... Yes. So along the fencing here, they have frames from the explosion, just to kind of give you a sense of it. But again, where that thing exploded, right there. That black obelisk, ground zero. And yes, don't worry, we'll check it out. As you can see though, this is pretty popular, and considering this is only open for a few hours once a year, you can see why we were talking random people that came from all over the country. We saw people that came from other countries. In all truth, Japanese couple. They came out to see it too. So right there, everybody, is ground zero of the Trinity site at 5:30 a.m. on July 16th, 1945. In this exact spot, the world saw its first ever nuclear detonation. To my understanding, this is all that remains of the original tower that the gadget, as it was once called, was placed on. And they just kind of keep this little setup here. Obviously, that's where the detonation was, but there was a tower built around it, and this is really all that remains of it. Yeah, the Sega Pluto hit up ground zero of an atomic bomb. Why not? So people come here and they do a lot of interesting things. They take photos of random video game console prototypes in front of it, but then you got people who also do like etchings. Yeah, check that out. Trinity. So the thing is, if you think I'm weird for taking the Sega Pluto and posting it in front of stuff, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. That takes a lot of time. I'm doing this in like 2 seconds. What did you think of our time here?
I mean, it is crazy to actually be out here at such a historic site. A lot of waiting. Took a very long time to get through the gates. And
yeah,
when you get here, there's another line.
Yeah, well, that line, to be fair, is to go to that point, which is behind your face. Yeah, you get it. The bomb behind me also has a point too, but the line, that one's more intense. But yeah, we've kind of done everything we think we can do here. They have nice photos back there, as we've shown you, of the detonation and everything. It is surreal to actually be here and to know that you can only do this effectively once, maybe twice a year for a few hours. I guess I'd say we probably both recommend it, especially since we actually flew out for this. So enjoy. So we officially left that area, and we're heading back out towards the exit. We're still technically on the base, but keep in mind it is like 20-minute drive from the Trinity site off base. It's been about 2 hours, and we want food, so we're stopping here. This is Cocina Azul, which is Spanish for the Blue Kitchen. We're back in Albuquerque now, and this is supposed to be like, I literally just Googled best food in Albuquerque, and this came up as a top result, and like all the reviews were amazing. So are you excited for the best food in Albuquerque?
It'll be very blue.
It'll be very blue, and possibly from a kitchen. So this section got my attention because it's New Mexico specific, and I'm actually going to get this, the odovada, which turns out it's a type of specifically New Mexican pork. So our food just got here. I got this great looking burrito with the rice and beans on the side, not actually integrated. You were like, oh, I want a tiny quesadilla. This thing's massive. It actually might be bigger than mine.
I think it has like 2 tortillas, so I get like double burrito.
Well done. So that's the inside. That's the pork. It is spicy pork. That is not a joke. You got the spicy pork too, right?
Yeah.
But you're immune to spicy? So.
Yeah, it just tastes really good.
He just gets to enjoy it while I'm like, I like it too. I'm white. I can't handle it. All right, we have left the Blue Kitchen. What did you think?
I think overall the meat was really good. I enjoyed the pork, but kind of all of the other ingredients were kind of mid, but the pork definitely made up for it.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree because I've had better Mexican food. I mean, we just went to Texas, so you get all this stuff. A lot of really good stuff down there. But yeah, that's why we did the pork specifically, because apparently that combination is supposed to be unique to New Mexico, and we thought, why not? So I've had better burritos. I've also had far worse. So I can honestly say, given how little time we've spent here, this is the best Mexican burrito I've ever had in Albuquerque.
New Mexican burrito.
Oh, yes, my bad. Of course, I apologize.
So this is an example of like a New Mexico license plate. I like the turquoise. It's a big native thing. What do you think of it?
I mean, the best part is the symbol in the middle of the sun.
Of course you like sun worship of all people.
So we're currently walking around a little neighborhood in Albuquerque. There's actually one very famous Hollywood house here. However, the owners of it are not very happy to be the owners of it, apparently. The Breaking Bad house is, of course, here. They've actually apparently added a fence. They've also put up Halloween decorations just because of the time of year we're here. But also they changed the roof, so you can't throw a pizza on it anymore. Is becoming the joke. But yeah, this is the current state of it, I suppose. Okay, so you saw some footage of the house there. We have to talk about this. So we decided to walk over there. Now, Hollywood houses, I get it, it's irritating to own. These people, we were told in advance, they're not very happy about this. So, like I said, they made changes to it. So we were just walking across the street. We actually had nothing to do with their house. We hadn't stopped to take a photo. We were literally just walking down the street. From a distance, the woman refers to us as two assholes. So then we walk around the street being like, do we just not bother with this? And so we decided to walk back around. They have really cool, like, Halloween stuff set up, as you guys saw there. So I was just like, hey, I really like your Halloween decorations. Her exact response was, who gives a shit what you like? Okay. And so then I was like, that's when I filmed some B-roll. You'll probably notice the two people in there were filming us back, because I think they think that I mean, I get it. From their perspective, it's like annoying to be filmed all day. I am a YouTuber, so it really doesn't bother me, but like, whatever.
Yeah, it's just a warfare with them at this point.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know. Just leave them alone.
Obviously, obviously we wouldn't go up and like disturb their actual house. I would never do that. It's just you have to.
Yeah, and they have signs like just take pictures from the other side of the
street.
Which is what we did, you know.
Yeah.
And then they're just yelling at us as we're assholes. So it's like, yeah, whatever.
From a distance, they're just yelling at us before we even got there. That was the funniest part. But
not even interacting. Like we could just be their neighbors and we're to them. So
yeah.
So we just stepped into a mixed media store. How fitting.
And that'll do it for part 1. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned to part 2, in which we, of course, continue our adventure throughout New Mexico, looking at more atomic bomb history, as well as eat more stuff. And oddly enough, we end up in California. Just don't ask. Stay tuned for that adventure. But in the meantime, please do me a favor, like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you've never done that before, as well as check out all the social media stuff in the description: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Patreon, Spreadshirt, etc. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.